You need to learn your place. Get out of my sight. The entire grand ballroom of the Ashcombe Grand Hotel in Chicago fell silent the instant a sharp ripping sound cut through the air beneath the crystal chandeliers. Hundreds of wealthy guests froze as a young waitress stood trembling, clutching the torn pieces of her uniform, her cheeks burning with humiliation while phone cameras flashed from every corner of the room. The woman who had torn her sleeve wore a satisfied smile, certain she had just taught an ordinary waitress a lesson she would never forget. But within minutes, one unexpected arrival would reveal a truth so astonishing that everyone in that room, including the powerful executive hosting the gala, would wish they could take the moment back. If you believe kindness matters more than wealth, and that no one deserves to be humiliated because of their job, take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another story like this one. The waitress's name was Emma Hale, a quiet 28-year-old whose gentle nature had made her well known among the staff of the Ashcombe Grand. She treated every guest the same, whether they were a dishwasher on break or a millionaire in the room. What no one knew was that Emma had once been married into one of the country's wealthiest families, the wife of Nathaniel Cole, founder of a fast-growing tech company. Together they had quietly funded scholarships and children's hospitals for years. But Emma insisted on keeping her identity private, believing the only way to understand people was to meet them without the shield of money or status, which is why she volunteered as an ordinary waitress at charity events, never once revealing her marriage. That evening, the Ashcombe Grand was hosting one of Chicago's biggest charity galas. Politicians, executives, and journalists filled the ballroom. The guest of honor was Julian Harper, the ambitious CEO of Harper Dynamics. Beside him walked his girlfriend, Bianca Reyes, a social media personality who loved designer jewelry, expensive gowns, and reminding people exactly who she was dating. Bianca believed her status gave her the right to control everyone around her. Emma carried a silver tray of sparkling water toward a VIP table when another guest brushed against her shoulder, tipping a glass and spilling a few drops onto Bianca's designer handbag. It was a small accident that a napkin and an apology could have solved. Instead, Bianca exploded, her voice echoing across the ballroom as she accused Emma of ruining an irreplaceable accessory. Emma apologized immediately and offered to have the bag cleaned, but her kindness only fueled Bianca's cruelty. Bianca mocked her uniform, laughed at her modest appearance, and told her that people like her would never understand real success. Emma lowered her eyes, choosing dignity over argument. Then, in one shocking moment, Bianca grabbed the front of Emma's uniform and tore the fabric. Buttons scattered across the marble floor. Gasps rippled through the ballroom. Some guests looked away in embarrassment while others quietly filmed on their phones. A few staff members moved to step in but hesitated, afraid of upsetting the CEO's girlfriend. Emma stood frozen, covering herself with trembling hands, tears gathering in her eyes, but she refused to scream or fight back. Her silence carried more weight than any outburst could have. Julian Harper watched the scene with growing discomfort, knowing Bianca had gone too far, but fear of public embarrassment kept him frozen in place, a hesitation he would come to regret. Meanwhile, outside the hotel, a black sedan pulled up beneath the entrance canopy. Security instantly recognized the man stepping out. Nathaniel Cole had flown back early from a business trip after learning Emma was volunteering that night, hoping to surprise her by joining the charity auction. Dressed simply in a navy suit with no entourage, he walked in expecting a quiet reunion. Instead he found a room in total silence. As Nathaniel entered the ballroom, his eyes found Emma instantly. In one heartbreaking second he took in the torn uniform, her tear-filled face, the way she tried to hide. His expression changed completely. He crossed the room, removed his jacket, and gently wrapped it around her shoulders before turning to face the crowd. A hotel executive whispered his name, and within seconds the whispers spread through every table. The quiet waitress was standing beside one of the country's youngest tech billionaires. Bianca's confidence vanished as someone quietly explained that Emma Hale wasn't a waitress out of necessity, she was Nathaniel Cole's wife, the woman behind a foundation that had donated millions to children's education, and had personally funded scholarships for hotel staff without ever attaching her name to it. The room's atmosphere shifted completely. Julian Harper stepped forward and publicly apologized to Emma, admitting that leadership meant protecting dignity, not protecting pride. He ended his public partnership with Bianca that same night. The applause that followed wasn't for wealth, it was for accountability. Nathaniel could have used lawyers or influence to destroy Bianca's reputation. Instead, he simply held Emma's hand and thanked every staff member who had tried to comfort her. Emma herself asked that no revenge be taken, explaining that humiliation should never be answered with more humiliation. She hoped the moment would become a lesson about compassion instead of hatred. Months later, Emma returned to the Ashcombe Grand wearing the same simple uniform. This time, every employee greeted her with warm smiles, not because of who she had married, but because she had shown them that true greatness is measured by humility and the courage to forgive. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the channel. Before we go, tell us in the comments, if you had witnessed Emma being humiliated that night, what would you have done? The greatest treasures in life are never expensive clothes or powerful titles. They are the moments when ordinary people choose compassion over pride, forgiveness over revenge, and kindness over cruelty.